Previously, a night of shock exits.
13th to be evicted is Helen.
What the fuck has just happened here?
Christopher and Ash, you must evict one of your housemates right now.
Chris.
But all was not as it seemed.
This isn't a real eviction.
Ah! What are you doing to me?
Oh my good God.
What the fuck?
Tonight, Chris and Helen call the shots.
Who has been the most difficult housemate to live with?
Probably Helen.
Surprise, surprise.
It would be Chris. He didn't have the energy to pursue a friendship with me.
Do you feel that Helen was sometimes misunderstood?
No.
It might have been different if she'd not been a complete bitch towards me.
She's a firework. I really don't want that to go off while I'm in there.
And Big Brother drops a bombshell.
Helen and Chris were not evicted.
You're here. Hey, Min. What's just happened tonight? She was getting wound up.
She just makes it very hard for me to like her.
We've just both done each other's heads in. I'll never see her again after Friday, and that's the way I want it to stay.
Day 69, 10:01 a.m. Last night, Helen and Chris left the house in a fake double eviction. The remaining housemates are unaware that they're now living in Big Brother's spare room from where they can watch their every move.
Get up, you lazy sods.
It's so weird seeing that evicted look on Helen's face.
I'm not evicted!
So many people you don't expect to be evicted there.
No, definitely not.
We're right behind you.
Literally just through that.
Christopher is still reeling from last night's events.
I'm still really shocked after last night, you know? Really, really shocked about it. I do feel a bit low about it. I do.
There's nothing you can do, so...
No, there's no point. There genuinely is no point. It's odd, and I feel even really bad for Helen like that as well. Even to some degree, I do feel bad for her too, to go like that. Just because, you know, I thought with vote to win, she wouldn't have been the first person out, whereas she knew with vote to evict, she definitely would have been.
Yeah, but that's nobody's fault but her own, Christopher, so we all can't sit here feeling bad for her.
No. You cannot talk to people the way that she does and get away with it. You can't do it. It's like, no, you don't live your life that way. You don't live your life.
She obviously does. Like, we had to do that trial and they started talking about the time she called Jolly a slug and she started fucking laughing. Because she said something to hurt her. I was like, you are so fucking nasty. That's why she's gone as soon as the public got their hands on her. She's just fucking nasty.
Well, she has made life incredibly difficult for everyone in here.
For the majority of the house, aye.
Like, I don't think there is a single person in this house who hasn't had a run-in with Helen at some point. And the people...
And that's worrying, really, isn't it?
That's really worrying. And even the people that haven't really, people like Ash and that, there's been many times whenever, like, they have found her annoying, but, oh, because it's Helen, we'll forgive so much. Yeah. No, that really kind of annoys me, because that person has so much power. That's what really kind of angers me, do you know what I mean? Helen has got into 100 different rows in here.
Yeah.
I get into one row and I'm annoying. Helen gets into 100 and that. It's like she has that kind of power over you. You're never going to find the powerful person annoying because you wouldn't dare. She had that kind of power.
Well, she fucking knew I found her annoying and that was what her main problem probably was with me. Because I wasn't up her fucking arse.
Well, do you know she thought you had the power too?
Why?
She said that. It's like, what do you think about your status in this house and the hierarchy in this house and that? Who else do you think's powerful? She's like, Ashley. Not like that. Oh my God. I often wonder if she saw you as a bit of a threat.
No, that's what I mean.
Because she couldn't have you under the thumb, you see.
That's what I mean. That's
Anyone
what her
else?
problem was with me. That's why she was so angry with me all the fucking time, because I wasn't just all, okay, Helen, let me just open up your ass and stick my fucking head up there as well with everybody else.
No, but think of who's left as well. Like, you're the only person that will really actually have a go at her. And like, you're the only person she couldn't control out there. She had a bit of control over Chris, a bit of control over me, a lot of control over Ash, a lot over Pav, and that. You were the only one.
Yeah.
You were the
really feel
only
like
one.
that's-
She couldn't influence you, she couldn't touch you, nothing. You were the only one.
I think that's what her main problem was as well. She tried to convince me as well that like I was two-faced. Fair enough, I can be two-faced. I'm not going to deny it on here. I have been two-faced.
So she.
Because I know, so she can get the fuck over herself. But unfortunately, in the outside world, if I actually don't have any basic respect for you, I'm not going to stand there and try and reason with you about why you're fucking annoying or why I think you're a bitch. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't even waste my breath trying to reason with her to show her that she's a fucking asshole.
Don't. That's what I always said. There's only so many times you can give somebody chances. You just got to stop at some point.
What?
Anyway, she's gone. You're still here.
Like,
Don't worry about it.
$11:26 a.m. Big Brother has called Pav and Ashley to the diary room.
Hello, Pav. Hello, Ashley.
Hi.
Big Brother thinks there's an extra something about you this morning. A certain star quality.
Quality.
Maybe it's because that for today's task, you two get to become celebrity VIPs for the day.
yay!
Pav and Ashley, as celebrity VIPs, today is all about you.
Woo!
So whatever your celebrity wish, you should demand it of your fellow housemates. The bigger the diva demands, the better the reward.
If you knew me,
Call me.
When I grow up, I wanna be famous, I wanna be a star, I wanna be in movies. When I grow up, I wanna see the world, drive nice cars, I wanna have groupies.
What the f***?
Wow.
Fucking hell are you? Come on.
but I would like a glass of water. Room temperature, please. If it's too hot, I'm going to send it back.
Could I have a cup of tea, please? But make sure only a little bit of milk, because I like my tea strong, and 2 sugars.
Yeah?
And when you're done, can you make my bed as well for me?
Yeah.
In the spare room, Helen is straightening her hair.
Fucking Ralston. Boring.
Chris is talking to Big Brother about watching the house.
It's really, really hard. I cannot sit there and listen to people's conversations. I just feel like I'm snooping, and that's not a nice thing to do. I'm really not enthusiastic to hear people talking and get excited every time I think they're talking about me. So it just goes to highlight the huge difference between myself and Helen. But I don't have to get involved. I just don't want her to get all crazy and shitty, because I don't really want to be in a confined space with what would you call her? She's a firework, and I don't want that to go off while I'm in there. But then I wasn't evicted, so.
Chris, when Christopher and Ash had to make the decision of who to evict last night, was there part of you that thought they would choose Pav?
A little part, but not much. I think Pav's very, very consciously sort of let Helen and Ash adopt him. Christopher, I think, has guilt about Pav, and I think he does overcompensate. I think he feels it's a cop-out to ever use the fact that Pav came in late. I don't. Pav watched the show and came in late. Pav knew what he was doing. I would never, ever put myself in that position and sulk around and act like people are kind of still getting down on me and I just thought it's going to be the same again and do the same things again. Like, you haven't got a leg to stand on. You should really not be grumbling. You should just be putting your hands up and go, fine, if that's the way it's going to be, it's just going to be like that. I came in halfway through. I don't think it's the winning, I think it's the money. Everyone there, bar Pav, I would love to see win.
Coming up, Christopher and Pav cozy up.
Schedule. This isn't awkward at all.
And Helen's heard enough.
Whenever I think of certain things that happened in this house,
It makes your blood turn cold.
1:15 p.m. For the next part of today's task, a paparazzi photographer has been given exclusive access to the house. When prompted by Big Brother, celebrity VIPs Ashley and Pav must act out headlines in order to provide enough scandalous press shots to keep them in the public eye.
Pav caught giving awkward celebratory smooch on the sofas to the housemate he thinks is going to win.
Awkward smoochie. Sorry. Schedule. Cheeky bear. Oh, matron. Naughty. This isn't awkward at all.
Pav and Ashley spotted at bottom of stairs waving off the housemate they think will be first out on Friday.
oh, bye.
Love you guys.
Ashley caught getting steamy in the bedroom with a housemate she thinks is the sexiest.
This reminds me of being up here with Mark. Something very similar happened up here.
Not that similar, Christopher. Can you see up my skirt?
All housemates spotted celebrating in group hug in sofa area.
Me guys as well.
2:52 p.m. In the spare room, Helen is talking to Chris about what she's observed.
I just don't know how I feel about the house.
I think a lot of this is intended to give that feeling.
Christopher's like got a lot to say about me more than what I thought he did, and I don't really understand why.
Well, obviously I'm choosing not to listen, so I can't really defend him or otherwise.
Ashley and Christopher are talking about the final week.
The closer you get, the more you actually realise that this actually means so much to you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But see, the thing is, it's like, I don't think I'd be that disappointed, like, even if I came out fourth now.
Oh, Jesus, no, neither would I don't mean that. I just mean, like...
Oh, the whole experience and everything?
Yeah. A lot of the things that have been said about me in here were things that I got at school whenever, like, I had to fucking sit on my own at school at lunch or whatever for no particular reason. People would just
getting shit
go,
thrown
oh
at
yeah,
you.
let's just hate Ashley. So then that went on for a few years. And that's why I never wanted to let her have that over me. I never wanted to give anyone the satisfaction again of having that type of shit over me.
Power over you.
And
Never
that's
let anyone
why
have that power over you.
bullying doesn't mean you're just fucking beating somebody up in the
No, it
playground,
doesn't.
stealing their lunch money, do you know what I mean? Like, bullying is excluding somebody, bullying is making snide comments
You've
when
done
they're
that.
walking past to make them feel insecure.
You've done that.
Bullying is making them feel like they can't speak up in a conversation.
You've
Bullying
done
is
that.
purposely speaking over people so no one else can hear their opinion.
You've done
Bullying is making fun, whether it's a joke or not, because, like, it's not a, you know the difference between a joke and when someone's making fun of you to make the rest of the group laugh at you, do you know what I mean? And there's been so much of that in here, it's absolutely
All the time.
disgusting.
I know
And I
it
cannot
is.
believe I came in here
And you've joined in.
foolishly.
Thinking you're here to
thinking-
see adults and spend
thinking I
time
was
with
coming to live
adults.
with a group of adults. Whatever made me fucking think that, I have no idea. And whenever I think of certain things that happened in this house,
It makes your blood turn cold, but you're still here and they're not.
if I changed one person's outlook on their horrible experience within a group of people or school or the workplace, if I was able to change that for one person out of all the people that watch the show, that would make me an extremely happy person, whether I left the first week or leave last on Friday. But that's the one thing I would like.
I can't believe I've been living with a philosopher all this long.
I was fucking unpopular my whole life. I'm not afraid of being unpopular.
Exactly.
And I
Why would
proved
you
that
worry
here. I
about it?
like my own company. I'm not afraid to be on my own. And that's why I couldn't I couldn't understand why I'm slated so much by all the other housemates, because I like to spend a few hours on my own. And here, I don't
You're rude.
need to be fucking constantly surrounded by my posse to make myself feel better and popular. I don't need popularity, and I think it's so
But others do,
sad
Ashley.
that there's people like fucking 10 years older than me that need to be popular.
Do you know what? That you've done things right in here, and that's why you're still here. That is
I
why
just-
you're
I
still-
do hope
Honestly,
that, like,
please
whenever-
believe Ashley, honestly, you really deserve your place here.
I'm sure you said the same speech to me, Christopher.
4:40 p.m. Ashley is still in a demanding mood.
Please don't shake the bottle, you're getting the fuzz out of it. That drives me insane even when I'm not a celebrity, Christopher.
Oh, I know it.
Such a diva, Ashley.
I know, she has her diva tantrums even on other
See,
regular
it's
days.
happening because I'm getting hungry. Christopher, you must hurry.
I know. Think fast.
I had to make my own cereal. Can you believe that?
You had to make your own cereal.
Tragic, isn't it?
Dear Jesus.
What
Thank
is
you,
the-
Christopher.
What is the world coming to?
What is
What is the world coming to when a celebrity has to make his own cereal?
Helen is talking about what she heard Ashley saying to Christopher earlier on.
And she's just said that she's fucking lived with people who've excluded her from things. I could never name one occasion in this house that I've excluded her. All I've ever done is try and encourage her. So now I know, it kind of explains the type of things that she has said about me in the diary room and to you.
Not
Kind
like
of.
that. No, I don't think I've heard.
Exclude is so fucking cheeky when I was the one that made a conscious effort to make an effort with her because I wasn't getting anything from her. She's had the audacity to say that there's bullies in the house that have sniped and made remarks at people. She's done all of these things. Does she want to be any more of a hypocrite? Because of how awkward she's been with me, and because she's been known to be bullied outside of her house, it actually makes me look like I'm a bully. When it's her that's made the relationship fucking impossible.
Really, at this stage in the game, I don't think she can. Any one person can make any one other person look like anything. So I wouldn't worry about that.
No, I'm just interested to see why the public's perception of her changed just a few weeks ago. She was getting booed to fuck for weeks on end, and then all of a sudden she got a roar of cheers.
She got her confidence back. I think when she saw that message from her mum and stuff, it upset her.
She
And
had confidence anywhere. She was always snappy and cocky.
well, that's
I
not how
I don't see
I wasn't
that.
aware of that when she preferred that first few weeks. She was just not happy at all.
I'm not a bully. It's such
No.
a strong phrase to use, and Christopher basically went along with the conversation as well.
I don't think she does things with anything in her mind but the best intentions. I think her situation with you is obviously a very particular trigger for her. But but you can argue that too. I've had difficulty with you, and I wasn't bullied at school. I found you intimidating, and I wasn't bullied at school.
She's made me feel small on so many occasions in this house, and just because I don't go to the diary room and sit there and cry about it, apparently I'm the one to blame in everything that's gone wrong between me and her. There's been plenty of occasions where, I've not necessarily understood something academically or, something to do with the world, and she's sniggered because I've not got it. To me, is that not a form of bullying, taking the piss out of
No,
somebody?
I wouldn't. No, I'm not going to say
Well, I wouldn't
that's
say
a form of
bullying, but that's making someone feel small.
I don't think she thinks she can make you feel small.
She does make me feel small.
Just like you probably don't think you've actually ever made her feel small, but you probably have. You're just two opposites, but on the same page. It's a really strange thing. You both got exactly the same sort of ability to be misunderstood, I guess.
Coming up, Helen has a burning question.
Who has been the most difficult housemate to live with?
Probably Helen.
Surprise, surprise.
And a shock headline rocks the house.
What?
Helen and Chris were not evicted.
Yeah! 5:42 p.m. For the next part of today's task, celebrity VIP housemates Ashley and Pav will be conducting a phone interview with Lucy, a columnist from a celebrity gossip magazine.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Very excited to speak with you today.
Oh, I'm excited to speak to you as well.
My name's Lucy, and I'd love to have a little chat with you and ask you a couple of questions that the public is just dying to know.
What they don't know is that the interview is a complete hoax and that Lucy's questions are really being asked by Chris and Helen.
Does that sound all right to you then?
That sounds perfect.
Brilliant. Great. Let's get started.
What would you like to be earning in 10 years' time?
Hopefully money.
Around the region of £10,000 a month, between £10,000 and £15,000 a month.
£15,000 a month? Jesus Christ, Bob.
I'm not really money obsessed.
That's a really good way to be. I think the readers will love that.
Could you describe your ideal house?
Yeah, my dream home is going to have large gates from the front. There's about a 100-metre drive to the house with a fountain outside.
Love a really nice garden where hopefully my granny could teach me some gardening techniques.
Walk into 2 staircases on either side, walking up to the upstairs, walking into a large open area.
I just want a cottage. I just can't believe he's saying all this.
I want it extra cosy to make sure people feel comfortable when they come in.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Now, here's a real whopper of a question for you. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Shit.
I don't know, I'd just say the chicken because the chicken lays the egg, but then how did the egg get there? How did the chicken get there?
Do not try and answer this seriously. Why is everyone taking it seriously?
Evolution.
I think you've answered the question.
Yeah, evolution, I think.
Is it the egg?
It's an egg. You can't have an egg without a chicken.
Alright. Fuck's sake.
I'll say the egg.
I think that's an excellent answer. I mean, it must be, right?
It has to be.
Who has been the most difficult housemate to live with during your time spent in Big Brother?
The most difficult person I had to live with was probably Helen.
Surprise, surprise.
And why is that?
Well, obviously, I'm sure the public are well aware of the differences that me and Helen had. So she did try to rule by fear in the house.
No, I didn't.
She knew I wasn't really afraid of her.
Didn't want you to be. I actually wanted to be a friend.
She couldn't really boss me about or force her opinions of people onto me like she did a few other housemates. So it was really hard to deal with sometimes.
You've just described yourself and not me, but never mind.
It would be Chris on that one occasion where I went to him and I said, look, you know, I am struggling here, and he said to me that he didn't have the energy to pursue a friendship with me, and that was really difficult for me to hear.
1-1.
1-1.
I got difficult, you did. How do you feel about the way Helen and Chris were evicted, and how do you feel now that they have left?
I was so shocked, Lucy. I actually didn't know what was happening.
Lucy.
Leaving how they left is one of the worst ways of doing it. Forget about how it happened, just the actual physical leaving through this room and leaving through the back door.
I'm gutted for the way she was evicted. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Don't lie.
And the fact that it was the first time the public could vote for her, like to get her out and stuff, and they got her out. So I can imagine she feels a bit like shit and wouldn't really wish that on anybody. But as for really caring about her not being here, I don't.
Do you feel that Helen was sometimes misunderstood by other housemates?
I definitely feel like that. I definitely feel Helen was misunderstood. I actually misunderstood her before I came in.
No. She was aggressive and forceful of her opinions.
Liar!
We've seen her numerous times where she's come across quite aggressive in the house. I would find it hard to say that we misunderstood her. What you've seen is what you got with Helen.
You've been absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for taking some time out to speak with me today.
Thank you very much.
We're all cheering for you. Good luck.
Thanks, Lucy. Bye.
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 Oh, it might have been different if she'd not been a complete bitch towards me, but...
8:26 p.m. Big Brother has called housemates to the sofas for the result of today's task.
Did we fail? Oh my God,
Fail.
imagine we failed now at this stage.
Fail.
Fuck's sake.
Massive fail.
An anxious Chris and Helen have been called to the diary room.
Why are they doing this? I don't want us to do anything to anyone.
I know. I know. No one's on business.
I don't even... It might not even be bad yet. What am I doing? Shit.
This is Big Brother. Today, Ashley and Pav were tasked with becoming A-list celebrities.
Yeah, boy, Blingage.
And whilst they got to act like divas, they also had to work hard to keep hitting the headlines. Thankfully, their scandalous behaviour made a real splash.
Yes, as usual.
Ashley and Christopher, the undercover romance. Pav planned to smack her on potential BB winner.
Yeah, boy, cheeky.
Oh my God. Aww.
Oh, come on.
Housemates wave goodbye to loser Ash.
Oh, loser Ash.
Yes!
And then they were
I
forced.
love that. Yes! I love that picture. Look at Chris looking at your face. That's probably one of the best ones.
Well done, Ashley and Pav.
Woo!
Yeah.
However, Big Brother has something to tell you. 2 other housemates also made the headlines.
Who? What? They're here!
Helen and Chris were not evicted.
Yes! Yes!
In fact, they have been living in secret and watching your every move for the past 24 hours.
Bloody hell!
Hello, Helen.
Hiya.
Hello, Chris. Hello. You are now free to leave the diary room.
What did you do? What came up on the screen?
Just you? That is min.
This is crazy. What just happened? I don't know.
What the hell?
We haven't been living. Where was it?
Where have you been living?
How are you? So good to see you.
Horrible.
Oh my God. Hello. What was it like?
Just shit.
Why?
Just crap, because we weren't allowed to leave the room. And then they got us up there, and we thought we were going to have to evict Ashley or Pav. No.
Why? Oh, right, because they were doing that.
So that's that. I've just been crying. We've just been crying at diary room going, we can't do it. We're making a decision and we're saying we're not doing it. We'll leave over them two.
We thought we were going to have to pick one of you two to go. They were basically...
Me or Ashley?
Yeah.
Based on today?
Yeah.
9:23 p.m. It's been 47 minutes since Chris and Helen re-entered the house. Chris is talking about the time he spent with Helen in the spare room.
She was getting wound up. hearing conversations pretty much only with you, Christopher too. But
She was wind up with Christopher?
yeah, because from the start she was going, Christopher's so lovely, I love Christopher. Like, you know, he's a winner to me. And then he said something about Helen, and she was just like, ah, for fuck's sake. But I wasn't entertaining it. It was fine. She was just honestly quite genuinely in a really just bad place. She's come in here and not done what she would normally do. No, but don't. But don't, honestly, don't. It's just more confusing for me if we have these kind of things.
I'll be just as nice to her as what she is to me, Chris, and that is exactly what I've been like
Just
since
passing
day
it
one.
on because it's been really
And
stressful
I
for me to sit and
respect-
watch that.
I don't hate her,
I
do
know
you know
you
what I mean? But she just makes it very hard for me to like her sometimes.
Christopher has a question for Ash.
What has just happened tonight?
How real is that?
I want to get mug tattooed on my forehead. I want it tattooed in giant, bold, capital letters for all the world to see. Christopher Hall, mug. Mug, mug, mug. I'm delighted they're back, but I just can't. What the hell? Why am I feeling all totes emotion about it?
I'm fucking a mess. I wanted to get rid of him. I'm fucking fed up. Fucking them two coming. Imagine we fucking didn't like him. I was slagging him off loads.
Could you imagine?
How awkward would that have been?
I know, but she must have seen something.
I can just tell on her face she's not completely happy
No,
about
there's not. There's something. There's something she's not happy with.
What have you said?
Me?
Sapling dragon?
I am
What's that? M&M's.
Skittles.
What bad shit did you wear?
I'm not actually ever going to speak about it.
Why?
I don't want to. I don't want to spoil the last few days for myself. It's pissed me off all day, so
Gosh.
I've just thought I'd rather just pretend it's never happened and just enjoy the last few days.
Was that long chat we had in the bedroom this afternoon?
No, it was partly her interview, and yeah, you did say some things that I thought, all right, cheers, Christopher. You didn't really say much. Like, you were there when certain things were being said, but you didn't comment.
I was just kind of basically saying that, like, there was no need to kind of say much. I was kind of like, look, my attitude was, obviously I thought you were gone. I was just kind of like, whatever issues you have with her, it's like, ultimately Helen's gone, you're still here, it's about time to move on from it. You have to just enjoy yourself.
I had like my moment today when I'd heard all that. I was just like, I don't even want to go back in the fucking house. I can't be arsed. Which drove him mad.
Heard all what, Bells?
What?
Heard all what?
Just like stuff being said about me, like some people like says thank fuck she's gone and stuff. She's a twat, fucking arsehole. She just lived, she was only here to put the fear in everyone, and I was the only one that wasn't scared of her, and everyone's scared of her, that's why she's got friends. Just all the usual bullshit.
I'm scared to death of you.
I know, yeah, it's obvious.
I am.
Yeah, so that's it, but I'd appreciate it if no one said anything to her, because I'm not bringing it up. I'll never see her again after Friday, and that's the way I want it to stay. I don't want any bitching, and I don't want the last few days being ruined and then me being called a bully for about the 20th time that I've been called today.
(10:04 p.m). Big Brother has gathered the housemates.
Oh my god, I'm shivering me. It's going to be really bad.
This is Big Brother. Ash.
Yeah.
Pause.
It'll be fun.
Ashley. Chris. Christopher. Helen. Pav. You're all Big Brother finalists.
But, however,
Tomorrow.
Congratulations, housemates. The winner of Big Brother 2014 is amongst you.
Fucking bring it.
Oh my gosh, Helen getting evicted twice in 2 days. Bloody.
I actually thought that was
Oh, how pretty does the board look?
This is Big Brother. The storeroom is now over.
Please, yay!
Sparkling vine.
Champagne.
Have some, please.
No.
Thank you.
What?
You were like, Pav, I was like, yes.
Yeah, do it. Fuck it.
Right, a toast.
Hang on, I'm fucking still pouring.
So make us...
How clean is it doing?
Just like to make a toast.
Right, Helen or Chris, both of you.
Keep it short and sweet.
I don't
think
wanna
we've
do
all made fantastic friends over the last 10 weeks. Yes. Basically, I want to thank everyone that's made this happen. Everyone that's made it as fantastic as it possibly can be to the best summer of our lives.
To the best
To Big
summer.
Brother.
To Big
Brother.
Coming up, Christopher comes clean.
I genuinely felt as though I told you up the river and I was just kind of, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say to you right now.
And Helen has it all figured out.
I can't boss her around, and she can't boss me around. Who's never going to win. It's an absolute no-win situation with her.
11:02 p.m. Ashley's talking about what Helen heard in the spare room.
One thing I didn't want Helen to hear, actually, now that I think about it, over the last 2 days, my chat here the day with Christopher, was that heard?
Oh, yeah. That's
Fuck,
something
I just
think you
thought
said.
about that, and
Dick, I think it was something. I think it was a dick. I'm just saying dick because that's.
oh no, there was a conversation with Christopher there.
Yes. To do with you.
Yeah, well, I went into detail today.
Yeah. She had. I didn't listen to it. I wasn't listening to it. Yeah. No. And she
No,
was
it's not to do with her. It was just because it's me, and I was.
No,
talking
I
to
know.
Christopher. That's the only thing I'm shitty about.
Yeah.
Christopher is talking to Big Brother about the evening's events.
Wow, seeing them both come in again, I was looking at both Chris and Helen downstairs as though they spouted extra heads or tentacles or something. And like they've only been gone less than a day, and then I was like, whoa, it's the strangest feeling. It's the strangest feeling. My mind's blown. I'm totally shell-shocked by it. Just seeing Chris again is the hardest thing downstairs, just because obviously I picked Chris, who's a very dear friend to me in here and who I love dearly, and I have to now see him back in the house again with the full knowledge that I evicted this guy, and I have to go downstairs now and spend the next couple of days with him now knowing that. And he says I owe him no explanation and no justification, but I feel as though I need to say something, and I'm just not quite sure what. I'm not quite sure what I have to say to him. I don't know if any kind of justification will ever be enough.
Helen's talking about Ashley and Christopher's earlier conversation that she listened to from the spare room.
This is what's fucking thrown me over the edge today, and now I know why no one likes me. She proper opened up about a childhood, like being bullied at school, and basically I remind her of everyone that's bullied her. And she said, I speak about it in the diary room, and I've only ever spoke about it to Chris. And I've seen how good it is in the diary room. She looks like an absolute angel. She sat there and she's like, well, I think it's because of this. And she talks a lot like this. So it comes across as very sweet. And then you get me going fucking.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
But so what? I'm the same person up there as I am downstairs.
Exactly. I must admit, me as a person, when I'm with Ashley, I'm really get on with her. I think she's dead nice. The only thing that pisses me off about it is when you tell me certain stories that you've seen, because every time it's been when you had the power, you watch the videos. Obviously, I thought I was getting dead close to her, made good friends with her, but then she was slagging me off. That's because I had never seen it.
Yeah, she's not.
Like, I've always
slagged
felt
you off.
like she's just a nice girl.
She's not said anything about you at
the 6
all.
weeks of not getting on with her.
The fact that one of the questions was, are you pleased that Helen and Chris have left? And she went on to say about Chris, and she was like, and then she slagged me off for ages. And she went, I wouldn't say I'm pleased, but I asked that question specifically because in there, when Chris said, oh, well, she's gone now, and she went, thank fuck, I thought that's two different answers. You're being someone different in the diary room.
That was smart on your part.
That is the point of asking the questions.
That was smart on your part.
It all came out that she's come in this house to maybe just change even just one girl's life. That's what she said. For anyone that's out there getting bullied, she went, if I know I change one girl's life, I will leave here happy. It's not about winning. And I thought, great speech.
12:52 a.m. Christopher is talking to Chris about his and Ash's decision to evict Chris yesterday.
I genuinely felt as though I'd sold you up the river, and I was just kind of like, what the actual hell? But there was
You
no...
wouldn't have been happy with any decision you made.
I wouldn't have been happy with any decision I've made, but you're the person who's meant the most to me, and that's Mark and everyone else, and I genuinely mean that.
Thank you.
You're
God,
the
that's
person
so
who meant the
nice
most
to
to me
hear.
out of all the other housemates in here. You genuinely have meant the most to me. You're very special to me in here, and I do mean that. And that's why I find it really hard to do. And I think that's why earlier I was so shell-shocked when I saw you. I was over the moon to see you. So over the moon to see you, but similar, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say to you right now.
Oh, you mustn't. That's
honestly, I
feeling a
felt like
sense
that.
of guilt, and I didn't. That's why I tried to say it 2-3 times. As many times like if I went, you mustn't. I don't take it personally. I did not take it personally.
Helen is in the diary room talking about Ashley.
We've just both done each other's heads in, and it's all coming to an end soon, and I think we're both glad for that. For that well, we're glad to leave each other behind probably for that reason. I'm just a bit pissed off that I think she thinks that I didn't ever want to be a friend when I did. And I've tried to be a friend, and it was actually her pushing me away. She's never going to win. It's an absolute no-win situation with her. And she knows that with me. We're just completely different people.
After that conversation Ashley and I had today, I'm sure you had a very fun time in there.
I know, I spoke if I wanted to speak. I didn't indulge things, but I was like, it's really not my discussion to have. You should be talking only and solely to Ashley, because they both fully 100% see each other as the aggressor.
Oh yeah, completely.
I know which side I'm more inclined to point that finger at, but
that's what kills Helen about Ashley as well, because she sees her as an aggressor and she sees her as an equal, right? Yeah. And what kills her is that Ashley has us around her. Their tactics are really different as well, but they're both sparring at each other. They're both, honestly,
oh yes, no,
they're both spoiling for fights, the pair of them. And the way they do it, it's just very, very different. Listen to the language they use. Helen can't compute Ashley's language because it's not direct like hers is. Yeah. If she'll call a spade, she's so blunt like that, she'll say bitch.
Yeah.
When I held up Ashley's picture to her yesterday, she said bitch, just like that. Ashley won't do that.
No, I feel like the time has gone.
What's the point? You argue towards something to resolve something, and at this point we both know neither of them will see each other again after this. No. It won't happen. No. It can't happen. It's gone too far this time. And there's no time for fresh starts and turning over a new leaf. There's no time for that anymore. It's done. They're not going to resolve the differences, and I think both of them are smart enough to realise that. Finally, it's not going to happen.
Ashley has admitted to both me, Chris, and other people that her friendship group, she is top of the hierarchy and she likes to be bossy, she likes to be in charge. That's where we clash, because I can't boss her around and she can't boss me around. So it's never going to work.
Who will be the winner of Big Brother 2014? Ash, Ashley, Chris, Christopher, Helen and Pav all face the public vote. Who wins? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. From a mobile, call 6 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. For Ash, add 01. For Ashley, add 02. For Chris, add 03. For Christopher, add 04. For Helen, add 06. For Pav, add 18. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's live final. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Stay tuned for Bit on the Side, where Emma will be taking a look at all the fallout from Chris and Helen's dramatic return with Josie Gibson, Ross King and ex-housemate Mark.